So what we're looking at here with every single data center project, in order to ensure if the lights go out, the data centers have enough backup power to run the entire campus, there is over 320 megawatts of diesel generators prepared to turn on. And they stink and they are loud. And right now what's happening in Virginia is that they are being used in what's called a demand response. And what that demand response means is when the grid gets too hot, those turn on to protect us from a blackout. And that is what communities are hearing and smelling on those really hot days, is those diesel generators turn on, and they are the size of tractor trailers. And every single campus will have dozens, if not hundreds. So what you're seeing on the top of every roof, primarily the data centers use chillers to cool. And so the noise you hear from data centers are those chillers turning on. Those are the air conditioning units. And that's one of the noises that people complain about in all these data center campuses, is the noise that comes from these chillers. And it's 24/7. And the decibel level is pretty high, sometimes up to 70 or 80%. And it depends on how quiet your community is. This is called Gainesville Crossing, and it is a 2-story campus. I think this campus is close to 70 feet tall. That doesn't include all the equipment on top. And so this is important to understand. You're not going to be able to build the vegetation to buffer this, to hide this. And the noise comes from up top. So there's no amount of trees that you're going to be able to plant in at least a 20-year span that's going to minimize that noise. So this transmission line is what every data center campus requires because of the amount of power that data centers need. This campus right here has a power demand of 320 megawatts. To understand what that means, 1 megawatt is enough power for 250 homes. So multiply 320 times 250, and that's a lot of homes. You're talking hundreds and thousands of homes. And this transmission line here is called a 230 kilovolt transmission line. This transmission line was built for another Amazon Web Services campus about 3 miles from here. And that's in Haymarket. So they are sharing this one transmission line. But there will not be enough power for all the data center development that's happening. This one transmission line will serve those 2 campuses alone. But as data centers grow, you will see more of these. You will not see a data center campus without a 230 kilovolt transmission line that we all pay for as ratepayers. We all pay for their transmission. And this transmission is miles long. It's not like it just starts right here. So these transmission lines that are being proposed in the state of Virginia will exercise eminent domain over people's property. This is a kind of infrastructure that is harming communities all over. It's not just the building, it's the transmission infrastructure and the substation, which we're going to show you next. So with every single data center campus, you get transmission lines and you get substations. This data center campus is going to need 2 substations, not just one, because these substations can only handle so much power, and we pay for these substations. This is industrialization. It's not just the data center, and this is what's coming to your community if you allow this to happen.